Hello, hello, hello. Christy here with Junk Journal Boss. I want to welcome you to my Twitch stream. I do this every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So if you're interested in doing that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel or follow my channel. I'm not sure. There's so many different ways to say that. Do whatever Twitch tells you to do when you want to follow somebody. So what I'm going to do with you guys today is I'm going to put together a few of these tassels for, I'll do one for this one, for this junk journal, and this is the junk journal that we were making at 2 p.m. on YouTube on Wednesdays. So last hour, we had been making this, and once I was done with doing pretty much everything, I wanted to make some embellishments for it, and so I did. And now I want to make a pretty tassel for it. I think it makes it look really cute. And so you can have a messy tassel, or you can have a really kind of pristine looking tassel. You can use beads. You can use a lot of different things. And so I'm going to set this aside, and we finished last time I think it was the Haunted Mansion Golden Book. So maybe I want to go ahead and make one that matches this, and maybe just hang it off of this little piece here. And let's see. Thank you for everybody who told a friend and who have followed my stream. I want to see if I'm actually on. Yes, I am. Okay. All right. So welcome, the two of you. I'm not sure who you are, but welcome. Grateful that you're here. And so let's go ahead and get started. Let me see. This is creating some brightness that I want to move. Okay, so I'm going to need colors that match. All right, so I'm going to probably use black. Let's see, where's my black thread? I mean, not thread, but ribbon. So this has been something I've used a lot on this journal. So I'm going to do that. I also have a little bit of, I used these last hour for an embellishment. And then I'll go ahead and use this color as well. And I think that is probably the end of the colors. Oh, maybe this one too. Okay. So I also like to use, you know, a little bit of string in there. I don't believe I have a purple string, so I'm going to go ahead and just not worry about that. You can use as many or as few pieces of ribbon, but it always looks better when there's more. So that's a tip. So I have on one of these, let me show you the way these are. So on this one, I only have it on a little pear shaped safety pin. All right. And you can do it that way. It's fine. You know, just put the safety pin, put everything on the safety pin, and then just pin it to the journal. Or you can do something really fancy and use these closures. This, I can't remember what this closure is called, but anyway, hi Darla. No problem. Yeah, it did take a couple of minutes. Yeah, so anyway, you can use something like that. Let's see. So I've got my colors, so now I'm just going to start building this. And I want to probably use a relatively thin. I always tend to use the thin and one-sided ones first. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use this. And don't worry if you're just kind of willy-nilly cutting, because it looks pretty nice when things are cut at different lengths. That's really cool. All right, and I'm just going to throw in this, I guess, this color, because I don't think I have any purple or blue of that. And so let's go ahead and take some more. I'm using dingle balls again. And that was, I used orange ones last time. This time I'm going to use them a different way, and I'm going to add them to my tassel. I think that'll look really cool. Another thing that looks really cool is rickrack. And rickrack's like such an old-fashioned thing, but I really love it in tassels. So yeah, it took a couple minutes before my live came up because I have to switch, you know, because I'm sharing, I'm using streaming software, and I have to sign on, and sometimes my login doesn't want to work, so that happens. And then let's grab one more. Oh, you know what? We can use this too. And the more I'm looking at this, the more I feel like it's just really not in the same color scheme, so maybe I don't want to use it. I probably have some black string, which would work just fine. Alright, so I've got a couple of those. Let me grab the black string real quick. So I think I'm going to do a different kind of way to hang this, and I think it'll work fine, but you saw it here first, okay? Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to put them in the order that I want them to be. So let's see. Let me actually add some of this just for a little more interest. So, okay. So what we're going to do is just start layering these. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect yet. Okay. Oops, let's put it all the way like that. And so we've got kind of our basic look right here. It looks really festive and fun. We're going to need to straighten out some of these if we want them to hang the same way, but just adjust it to the way that you like it. And I am going to real quick just tie a knot around this just so I don't have to keep fiddling with the ribbons. I think before that I'm going to pull this a little bit more this way. And too short? Okay, so that's good. Okay, so now we have this. Oh, we could have added some black string to this too, but I didn't. It's fine. So here's what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to seek out a blue large paper clip, and I'm going to thread this on here. Now, I don't know if I want to have it all in there, like the whole bulk of the ribbon in there. Let me try that. I may not like it. Spin that back and let this sort of chill right here. Okay, it could go like that, but I think I'm going to put this, yeah, I'll want to position it this way, because what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to hang it or clip it right here. So it can just kind of be right on there, and I think that's really cool. I really like the way that looks. What do you guys think? Yeah, I love it. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do, I think I'll just keep doing them the same way, because I think that is a really super easy way to do it. All right, so now I want to pick some colors that work for this. And ooh, I only just have a couple dingle balls left, so okay. I do have some rickrack, and these are all like old, just old things that I got from somewhere, you know, maybe Dollar Tree or something, and just never used them. I just always kind of thought, I don't know what to do with that. So I think I'm going to be investing in some more rickrack though pretty soon, because I really kind of like the way it looks. I think that's what makes these tassels look kind of like festive, like something is exploding out of the book or something, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that's really cute. Okay, so I'm going to use some orange and teal ribbon, and I'm going to be careful to make it match the front of this. So I'm going to go ahead and just go with these colors here, maybe this color if I have some ribbon, but for now let's see. All right, I think this would actually work too, so let's see if it does. Why did I put tape on all of these things? So much better with pins. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think this might even look okay in here. So because it's got the flowers on one side and it's got the white on the other side, so I think it will hang a couple different ways and it'll look interesting. Okay, so let me add one of these. Right. Set these guys aside. Next, of course, I want to use I'm all tangled up. Of course, I want to use some of my go-to ribbon. It's really my favorite. It's so cheap. It's nothing special. Okay, so yeah, lucky you. I might have some rickrack in my grandma's stuff. I don't know, but it's really fun to use. All right, so let's see if I've got anything else that I can use in here that matches. I mean, I could use some more of this, but because it's a different style, I think I'll go ahead and use that. And I like also using this kind of ribbon, but this might be getting too colorful. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out and just kind of lay it there and see what I like. I do highly recommend having a jar full of scraps because it's actually really kind of cool. Oh, I know one more thing that I can use, and then I think I can be finished with that. Actually, let me put this away. All right, so let me kind of stack this. Oh, did I not have more orange ribbon? I did. That's what's going on. Okay. All right. Okay, that's why it felt imbalanced. Okay, so let's go. Orange, flowers, ribbon, orange, blue, or teal, I should say, ribbon, and then I'll do this here. And what else I will do is I'll use this same string. Just a second. All right, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it just the same way as I did it the other time. Make sure it's kind of in the center. Oh, I think everything kind of got weird, but that's fine. All right. so now we have this, which looks really pretty, I think, and it looks really cool against this. I love it. I love it. What do you think? All right, and so now all I want to do is to find, I don't know about you guys, but sorry about all this extra here. I don't know about you guys, but I buy these large colored paper clips, and what ends up happening is I just end up kind of sitting on them, you know, for a long time. So I think this is a really cool use for it. And let me see if I can find, I suppose I can use this green, I guess. I don't know. Let's try a different color. There's that. Oh, there's actually a light green. I am really not sure what color to use here. All right, I think I'm going to just go with this dark green here and be done with it. And I'm going to do it just the same way that I did before. I'm just going to kind of feed it onto this. Let's see. Onto this paper clip. And I want the I want it to be like in the end that doesn't have this extra piece, because I want to be able to use it kind of like a hidden paper clip. Oops, let me do it up here. All right, and there we go. So it's really cool because it has like that whole paperclip vibe, you know, that we use and everything. And then it's got all the strings, I mean, all the whole tassel and everything. And then on top of that, if you need to move this tassel for any reason, you can just pull it off instead of making a hole in your journal and all that stuff. So I don't know how this got so short. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just tie this, and I think it looks really super cool. What do you think? All right, so there we go. And so I made both my Haunted Mansion one and my layered one, and so let's just go ahead and make a few more that we can just have hanging around. And so I'm going to go ahead and use these 3 ribbons because I think they're all pretty and they'll all match. And there's something about using off-white with white that really is appealing to me. I'm not sure why, but I do really like it. And this one's pretty thick. So basically what I'm looking at, if you need a pattern, you know, of some sort or a guide to follow, is I want 2 to 3 ribbons, like just regular, you know, you can use grosgrain, satin, whatever ribbons. 1 or 2 knit ribbon, or you can also use something like this. Oh, I might maybe use this because this matches the green here. See? So, you know, you can use a couple things that like kind of add a little bit of flair to it, you know. And I think I'm going to cut this off right here. And then you want a thin piece of string. I also have this, which I think might look okay too. So this is really turning out to be a lot more, a lot more colorful than I had originally intended, but that's okay. I really do love color. And another option is I've got a whole bunch of this weird ribbon, and I think it would look really pretty in this. So I've got a couple of fancy types of ribbon, right, with different textures. So I've got this, and I've got this, and then I've also got this. So that's really what jazzes up the whole I'm sorry, it jazzes up the whole thing. So another thing I'm going to add to it this time is a bead that I made, like a really long bead. And I really love beading a lot. And so I made a whole bunch of stuff like that before and just never really came back to it to use it. So let's go ahead and start layering flowers. How about this first? Green, knit. I'm sorry, I think I just bumped into the mic. Sorry about that. Okay, flowers, and then green. This one does not want to settle down here. White. And it really doesn't matter if it's all perfect. I just need to hold the center. And then I've got my leaves, my vine. So I like this way. I think it looks nice. But I also want to add my, let's actually have that, hold that down for a second for me. I want to use my my bead. And what I'm looking for, I'm sorry that I'm kind of squirrely here, but I'm looking for my green string. And I thought it was just here, but I guess it's not. So that's okay. I may have something in here that I can use, which would be great. Maybe this light blue might work well. And I think that the eye of the, you know, of the bead will work with this too. So I just want to put that around here, and then I'm going to tie this around it. And I can tie it in a knot and then a bow if I want to. I don't know if I want to. I think I'll just let it hang down and just be part of the, there we go. And so here we have this. And then what I can do, let's see, maybe I want to turn it this way. Yeah, it seems like the bead hangs better if I turn it this way. So if I want to use this on a junk journal, I can install it with the paper clip like before. And in this case, I probably just put it around this ribbon if I can manage that, because it is kind of tight. And if that doesn't work, you can always use, you know, you can always tie on something to, like a clip that I showed you before, something like that. And so it will hang nicely as a a hidden clip. It's sort of a hidden clip, not too hidden, I guess. And I'm going to go ahead and fix the bottom of these. I think those are okay. I think that's okay. And I just kind of want them all to be diagonal, and because I just like the way that looks. And so there we have it. There's another hidden paper clip, and let's see, let's pretend this is a book. And so we'll just put that on there, and we've got, you know, our bead and all of that. This also, wait a minute. So the bead sort of splits it a little bit, but I think it's still okay. I still like it. All right. If you don't like it, what you can do is wrap some string around it, but I'm okay with it this way. You know, I feel like it's, if I don't end up ever using this as a tassel, I can always slip the paper clip off and use it in a different way. But at any rate, that's those are the tassels that I make. And let's see. I don't know that I have. How about we make some mini tassels? Okay. I have a set of little bitty books, junk journals that I've made. And so I'd like to see if I can grab those really quick, because then I'll know what colors to use. Yeah, here they are. Okay, Darla. Yes. Yeah, definitely message me. And I'll get you taken care of right away. Okay, so I have a bunch of little bitty junk journals. And, you know, I just kind of make them whenever. And it's a lot of fun. These are just some signatures that I've made. And I think this is just like a, sort of like a tablet, I think. But anyway, I'm specifically looking at these three here. And I would like to perhaps make a small one to go on this one. Let's see, oh, the gold, okay. Okay. So let me set these guys aside. This one already has something, you know, similar to a tassel. And so I'm not going to work with that one this time. I'll work with this one, and if I have time, I'll work with this one as well. And so now some of this ribbon is going to look like it's too thick to use. And so I'm going to experiment a little with it and see if, well, I guess I don't need it that big. And see if there's a way that I can use it. And so since I've already done my main presentation, and I'm just kind of, you know, taking up time, I'm going to be doing some experimenting here. So don't mind me. I love doing it. Okay, and let's see. I think I think that's probably going to work. Even if it frays a little bit, that's okay. I actually kind of like that whole idea of the fraying. And so, should I push my luck and see if this one works too? If it does, it kind of opens up a whole new opportunity to use our ribbon on small things. So let's see. So I've got those two, and I think I might want to go ahead and just use a little bit of this just for interest. And I'm going to leave it intact because it's kind of a thinner one. All right, so we've got black, we've got some gray. Let's see what other colors we have. Black and gray. There's a little bitty pop of red, like here. So, I don't know. Maybe I might put something in like this. All right. Okay. So this one I don't have so many, but I can also still put this. A little bit of this. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. Maybe I'll add two, just because, well, this gold ribbon just wants to do what it wants to do. All right, so let's go ahead and lay these out, and we'll do gold, red, black and white, gold. Should I do another red? It might just be too much. Another black and white, and I guess another gold. And where are my little strings? Here, I've got two of these also. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this here. And I need another piece of this black. Super fiddly until you get the knot tied around it. All right, so it looks like this one is too long. Where's the other one? Is it this? Yeah. Okay, so now I've got this little guy, and I think it's really super cute, and I need to find some kind of a paper clip, but it's gonna look really cool on this, don't you think so? I love it. But this time I want a small paper clip. And I don't have that right here. So maybe we do something a little bit different. Well, here's a small one. I don't have any color small ones, so I'll just use this. And then just slip that I'm not going to put all of the ribbon inside of it since it's not a large paper clip, but what I want to do is put, let's see, is this working? No. Okay, an easier way to do this, I think, would be to just simply tie the paper clip onto it. And then and then I want to just go ahead and paper clip this to the cover and kind of just move it around a little bit to see how it sits best. And it covers the paper clip if you don't want it to show, but I think this is really cute. And what I use these little books for is usually just to tuck into another junk journal. So aside from the red, you know, it can probably go in this one just fine. Though I think it's just fine either way. So I want to put it into a pocket, and I just got to find the right pocket. Is this a pocket? No, that's not. I don't see any pockets. So I think what I'm going to need to do is, let's see, I'd rather have a cardstock pocket or even maybe just an envelope pocket. So let's see what we can do with this, because these envelopes don't always have to be used in the very same way, you know, every time. But I think what I'll do here is just cut right there. I should try to get a little bit further, but let's see if I can. I'd love a tiny little pair of scissors for that. But I want to get as close to the, yeah, okay. I don't know. It's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And you know that this stuff can always be covered, you know, mistakes can always be covered, and it's all good, you know. So I'm just going to pop this guy. Oh, do that into one of these envelopes, and I can even clip it onto the envelope right there. And so there's kind of a little hint of what's in there, and then when you take it out, it's a little book. So what I'll probably do with this is just to decorate it, you know, to match these tassels, or this tassel. So there's that, and I love to make little books for different books, and yeah, so there's that. And I think that is all I have for you today. If you would like to get in touch with me, you can hit me up at Junk Journal Boss at this channel, actually, my Twitch channel, Junk Journal Boss. You can also find me at patreon.com/Junk Journal Boss, where I have a community over there. You can join it for free. You don't have to pay for anything, but if you want to participate in some of the things that we are doing over there, there's always an exclusive monthly project, and it's something that I don't share anywhere else. I just share it with my patrons. As far as what you can get for free is you can get community. I do give out some freebies sometimes, and that is something that I want to get into my schedule, for like at least once a month. But anyway, those are the two places that I am for the most part. And so, and YouTube at 2 o'clock. So anyways, that's all I have today, and I will see you next week. Bye.